Well, hello, and thanks for spending, as always, a few minutes with me. I want to read out of Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 1, and it reads this way: "We must give the more earnest heed to the things we have heard, lest we drift away." The concern that the writer of the book of Hebrews has is that the believers were beginning to drift away, and this is a slow drift. It doesn't happen immediately. It's over time. It's through circumstances. It's through the concerns or the pull of the world that is tugging at these people. The same thing that you and I feel. And so these words apply to us today. And he's saying unto them, you have to give earnest heed to the things that you've heard. Well, what were the things that they had heard? They had heard about God's great gift of salvation. They had heard and experienced the person and the power and the presence of the Holy Spirit. And that's what the writer of the book of Hebrews in chapter 2 is addressing. That in this life, the enemy is going to try to get us to back away and to drift away and even to fall away or to depart from the things that we once held dear to us. And as I said, this is a slow drift. It's like a drip, a drip, a drip, a drip that comes from a leaky faucet, and pretty soon there's tremendous damage that's done. And this can happen in our own soul, in our own relationship, and in the vibrancy of our faith. And so what the writer is admonishing us to do is stay true to the things that you have heard. Love the truth, embrace the truth, and be dedicated and consecrated to the truth. I think that those words are words that we need to pay attention to. This is such a strong admonition that he's saying, I want you to earnestly, heartfelt, I want you with every fiber of your being to really pay attention to where your thought life and where your life in general is going. And these words that were written, I think, remind us that we are in a spiritual battle and that there are many options that we face in life. Not all of them help us to stay steadfast and movable and always abounding in the work of the Lord. Some of the things that we encounter in this life actually cause us, to begin to sort of move away from where we once were in the faith or in our celebration of God's great gift of salvation, or embracing and being thankful for the person and the power and the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And pretty soon, when we drift away, we start taking things for granted. We start having mindsets like, oh yeah, I know that. Oh, I know about God's love. I know about God's salvation. Yeah, I've heard about the Holy Spirit. I had an experience with Him, 10 years ago. But that's not current, is it? See, we're called to have that abiding, current relationship with Christ. So let me admonish you as I finish today that there's something that the devil is really good at, and it's called deception. Boy, he is really good at it. And if he can get us to start taking one step away, he can get us to take 2 or 3 or 4 steps away. And pretty soon we're farther away than what we realize. We've drifted out to sea, so to say, spiritually. And God doesn't want that to happen. So what do? We draw near to God with hearts that are filled with assurance. We draw near to God with hearts that are filled with confidence and assurance that we have found the pearl of great price. And we don't trade what we have for the things of this world, and we keep our priorities in place, and we don't allow the pull of this world to pull us away or to drift us away from the great gift of God's salvation and the person and the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Let's keep first things first. Everything else will fall into place. Keep Christ in the center. Don't drift. Be dedicated. Be consecrated. Humble yourself before the Lord. Be thankful for all that He's done for you. This will preserve and protect your soul from the pull of this world. God bless you. Have a great day.